Tonight, I thought I'd take you to the movies. Other than trains, one of my other loves that I have are going to the movies, watching movies, going to the movie theater, and was even a movie extra in a movie. I put that kind of love into my train layout with a drive-in movie theater, and then also the Palace Theater over there. Let's talk about the drive-in movie theater. There are two kind of things that you have to think about when doing this. You have the scenic aspect of it, what's it going to look like, buildings used and such, and then you have whether or not you're going to actually make the thing work. Is it actually going to play movies? Is it going to run sound? Is it actually going to give you that kind of feel of going to the movies? And lucky for me, I still have a drive-in movie theater that's close to home, and I've not necessarily modeled this off of it, but I'm using kind of some of the elements that they did. So to kind of get to how I made it, first off, you've got your fencing. It's all basically made out of popsicle sticks that I cut with a bandsaw, glued together, and glued it in kind of different sections around the piece. You have the buildings. These were made by Plasticville. There's, I think, the Turnpike toll booth that's right there. That's kind of the main entrance. You've got the snack bar, which is, I think, the Frosty bar or ice cream parlor. And there's kind of a little shack over here. I also put two little outhouses in here for bathrooms. Got to think of when nature calls. And then what else wouldn't a drive-in theater need than a nice little swing set and playground area for the kiddos to play. The screen itself is a little LCD monitor, and this is kind of a darker movie. It's kind of harder to see on here, but I have it all hooked up through some different adapters, and eventually just going back to an iPod. I have the ability to hook it up to a computer, to a DVD player if I wanted to play almost anything. And I've got the sound down for copyright issues and such, but it is able to play very, very loudly. And what I did to make kind of a thing to go around the screens, I took an old cigar box and kind of cut into it. And originally I had a backing for it, but I decided to leave that open just to allow the sound to help go through. I took a couple of 2x2s and cut them again with a bandsaw to kind of make it look a little more decorative. I do plan on doing a little more artwork on it, but that's a little bit later in the future. So that's the screen. Last but not least, what is this? Cat litter. I took basically just regular cat litter, and we have cats, and yes, I do have to keep them away from this. They don't really climb up on here, but this kind of gave a nice gravel kind of feel to it. It was very cheap, obviously. And then all the cars there are little old Hot Wheel cars, Matchbox cars that I grew up with, held on to, and thought it would look good in this layout. My second theater, the Palace Theater, this was a piece that I bought, and I think I've shown it in another video. I've got a little work to do on it. I've actually rigged it up to have some lights, and I've put kind of an interior picture in there to kind of replicate the insides. Need to work on that. I did notice one little thing, kind of a buyer beware. My Miller Engineering light doesn't fully work. It has some glitches in it. Normally this would light up, this side would light up as well. And that's just kind of buyer beware. I bought it on eBay, thought I got a deal. Turned out not so much a deal. Anyway. And there you have it. There's a little tour of my drive-in movie theater and my other theater as well. I hope if you have the same kind of love for movies and such, that you would consider putting that on your layout. It has a kind of a really cool effect with it. Mine worked out really well for the space that I used it in. It kind of conforms around to the tracks a little bit. And it's really nice that when you're working on a project with the layout, that you're able to put on a movie in the background. You might not be running trains, but you just simply want to have something on in the background. You can put music on it, you can put a movie on it, and have that going while you're working. So I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.